Hello everybody, welcome to the Week 1 clash of Super League between CBraws and his Dark Elves up against Wenteros and his Wood Elves. Wenteros won the toss, chose to receive. And yeah, interesting stuff here. We've got Group B, this is from. CBraws has got the team that he won Super League with, exactly the same. Why change it, I guess, eh? He's got a Dodge Assassin. He's got 3 Dodge Blitzers. He's got a Wrestle Witch and a Block Witch. And he's got 2 rerolls and an Apothecary. Wenteros also has 2 rerolls and an Apothecary. He has got Wood Elves, which you can see. Can we work out what he's got added? I think I've got all skills on here, haven't I? Okay, I need to take off all skills. How do I do that? There we go. So he's got a Strip Ball Dancer and a Frenzy Dancer. He's got 2 Dodge, 2 Wrestle, and he's got a Leader. So pretty standard skills actually, right? He's just got the Frenzy Dancer instead of like a Tackle one because there's no Amazons. He's got the Burning Tree. It's quite a nice looking team as well. I like the customizations of this Wood Elf team. Very good. Well, apart from this green dancer, I think he looks shit. when the team is all red, he looks stupid, doesn't he? I guess it means he can tell which is the stripper easily, but it means your opponent can as well, doesn't it? Which is bad when you do this sort of thing. Oh yes, he's got the halfling cheerleaders. So does CBraws. Professionals at play here. This is the next level, you see. This is how you know these are the 12 best players in Blood Bowl 3. They use the correct cheerleaders. Wood Elves are funny. They did really well in the groups and then fell apart a little bit in the playoffs. But I think that's because, you know, the Bash teams were really good, weren't they? With Davo and Diomed and Andri, who won, of course, being a Bash team. I think that's kind of true. I feel like Elves are a bit better at beating people worse than you, but if you're trying to not lose versus somebody good and maybe nick a win, I feel like a Bash team's a bit better. The playoffs are going to be best of 3, yeah, whereas the regular season is just round robin. Alright. The problem is then people have got to get away from the tree probably, right? Because it really leaves them lacking in rerolls. Oh look, the leader 2+ shows up now. That's a good little change, isn't it? Bad habits on CBraws. The playoffs were not best of 3 before. No, that is a change with this season, Baron Bucky. So we can replicate the World Cup format, which everybody enjoyed so much. Wrestle blocks for the LOS. I don't know why CBraws is celebrating, but he is. Ah, look, he's got Tree Hit Me on his lineman. Then Best Elves for the Blitzers. I guess he's Worst Elf. No, say he's second best elf. Very good. Fastest elf alive. Faster than light. Immovable object. Fearless leader. Well, he's done a little bit, hasn't he? Very good. Yeah, of course. Of course, CBraws is doing the push-ups there. His guy survived getting hit by the tree and it rooted. It's the main problem with not having diagonal blocks, right? If you'd had diagonal block with the tree in the middle, then he could have blocked one and still kept one in contact with him. He's got right witch and wrong witch. Oh, double one. Oh my goodness, the frenzy blitz has left an absolute gaping hole in the line. And, you know, this is the problem with frenzy, right? You have to make these dodges aways. And, you know, if you get a push in the first hit, and if you do, sometimes you fail them. It's inevitable. Some people seem to act like it's not possible. Oh, he could surf the dancer, right? He could. That's probably what he's thinking about. He could surf the dancer, and it's probably not that ridiculous. It's probably not that ridiculous, right? Because you could do it with a cat. Could you do it with a catcher? No. No, you could, because you could follow. You could blitz the catcher and follow. And you've got all this free. I mean, you can probably have the assist anyway. You could probably just blitz it. You could probably commit most of your team to surf this dancer. It's probably not even that bad, right? As ridiculous as it is. It's turn one. I quite like surfing the dancer there. Yep, I agree, Rainer. I agree. I'll gold stack it. I tend to hate 2 rerolls. You know, the CBraws has got 2 frenzy and 2 rerolls. I kind of hate it. Oh my god, he is. He's doing it. Let's go. Yes. Oh, you'll love to see it. Absolutely full send. His entire defense gone. to surf the dancer, and it's a disaster. I like this though. I like this play. Like, it was a ludicrous commitment, but like surfing a dancer is so good, isn't it? And it's a turn 8. It's an 8 turn half, right? It's an 8 turn half, so okay, you're letting him like move up somewhere, but instead of putting like pressure on, but removing the dancer would have been incredible. And pinning the catcher. So I think that was fine. Didn't really cost him much. Hello, Tsalakas. So Wenteros escapes from that. And it hasn't even cost him anything, has it, really? Like, he's not doing anything to take advantage of this, so really nice surf attempt. Of course, he's going to use the tree as the cage corner. People love to do that. So blitz with a wrestle. Into another hit, which you don't really want to take, right? Blockless, but it does let you hit with a tree, which is pretty strong. The burning tree, indeed. You probably want to dodge this guy out first, so that at least you don't get your dancer surf next turn, and your catcher, and the lineman. It could have been a triple surf. Dub skulls. He's got three. He won it. Of course, he's got leader, so he's got 3 rerolls. He does re-roll it. He gets the push onto the tree. And for a cheeky 3D with Mighty Blow. That could be the smashingest, yeah. Gets the pow. Does absolutely nothing. Hey, they were good Christmas cards that I got, those, the smashingest Grimballs ones. They were literally the biggest. The funny thing is, they weren't even expensive. The craziest thing was, I got them, and like they were a 5 reach or something, and they were like gigantic. The assassin's quite decent, isn't it, against Woodies? The fact that it can just stab a dancer. I just hate the 2 rerolls. That's the problem. Like, my build in the World Cup was similar to this, right? Except it didn't have the assassin. It had blood blitzers, but I really hated not having the freedom to re-roll anything. I basically played 2 rerolls like I had 0 rerolls, which meant that I played pretty well, but there's no freedom to like try things. Not bad, but there is a weakness, isn't there? I preferred kind of risking the 2+ to not leave the weakness. Guess that shows it up a bit. Only a bit though, right? Because he could just start off with a dodge and then break through there. If he wants. Shame he's rooted. Looks pretty good though, doesn't it, the flaming tree? I'm so glad halflings won, so we got the flaming tree for wood elves. Because I don't want to play goblins or halflings, but burning tree for woodies is pretty good, isn't it? I like how his team's called the luckiest woodies ever, and the first thing he did, first turn he snaked. Which isn't quite the luckiest woodies ever. Very interesting. I forgot how slow Wenteros is. I don't mean that as an insult. I mean, when he plays Blood Bowl, he is not quick at taking his turns. Not going for it. Oh my god, I can't believe that was really dodgy, right? Because he could have had his dancer served. And I mean, he is going to get his catcher served probably. Well, I guess it depends on the dancer. He could get the dancer served. Could he? Like, put a player in there and blitz him and then push him to there, and then push him to there, and then fill that and serve. But again, then now it on turn 3 it does cost him positionally now. That's the problem, I guess. It's probably late enough in the drive where he doesn't want to sell out his whole defense. He could surf this lineman. The lineman's really easy, isn't it? Almost free. Hello, Dimmy. Champ, 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 champ. There we go. This is how he surfs the dancer. He did think it was worth doing. But it does cost him a bit of defense. Oh. And he gets the emote. That was okay, wasn't it? A nice little play there. But does it cost him too much is the question. Because, you know, Wenteros is going to smash through here. He's got a free dodge away through there. This guy's free around here, so he can just make the whole team up there. Maybe he should have made this defensive formation a bit further back, right? Just so that CBraws couldn't, like, Wenteros couldn't cage down there, right? Like, see, oh my God, I can't speak. Wenteros can get in behind him now. Whereas if all these guys were just back, he couldn't actually get past him. So maybe that's something that CBraws should have done. Put everybody like 3 squares back. Maybe. That's something that I remember Purple Goo doing versus me. It was very frustrating. And it was kind of like trap space, but the problem is he'd done a good job stopping me moving, so I didn't really have any choice but to go for it. When your opponent makes trap space, but it's the only space you can get, then it's not so much of a trap, is it? It's your only chance. So it's a weird one. Yes, I think so as well. Yeah, yeah, I think so. Right? But also maybe move back as well, right? Maybe it's something to think about. But yeah, because these can get to the middle, right? So, and they can't get to the edge. So if he'd let him make this formation here, he could get him from both sides. But also just like 3 squares back would have been pretty good, right? That would have kept him in front of him there. Instead of like everything being behind him. Like this seems the worst of all possible worlds, doesn't it? He defended there, and you know, if he'd been back, if he'd had like a screen like there and there, these 5 players had been there, there and there, then he could have had a cage like here, which then gets slammed by both sides. Yeah, weak middle. Weak middle was the play, I think. But, you know, maybe he wants him near the sideline with his witch elves, ready to do things. He gets a surf here if he wants it, doesn't he? Turn 4, so, you know, he can still force him in early. And that stand-up makes it look like we are going for the surf. A completely reasonable course of action. Don't try to defend, just try to bang things out. The Andy Davo school of defence. And it works, honestly. It could be the best play. Merry Leftovers Day. Hello, Sally. Merry Christmas. Oh, snaked. Fake RNG. Interesting, isn't it? Because he can get up here. It's funny, I had a somewhat similar situation versus Misspelled Tree. We had like a practice game before the World Cup, but it was my Dark Elves and her Wood Elves. And I went down the sideline. I wasn't quite this far forward, but I was quite far forward. And then Tree was like saying she was quite confident that she was going to force me in early, but like I was quite confident that I wasn't going to get forced in early, which is funny, isn't it? And I was really quite happy to be that far down. But it wasn't quite as extreme as this. The assassin not making good use of his shadowing there. Is he going to catch her? I guess I should have the things on here. Way! No, Steve. Wood Elves versus Dark Elves, not my orcs. The getting 2 players surf was just complete insanity. I don't think I'll ever understand what happened those 2 turns. Hopefully it'll never happen again. Surprised at that. I thought it'd have come down here, right? The other side, come the switch. Was he going to tag the assassin or something? That doesn't seem a great idea, does it? Maybe that's what it was. Maybe I was just half asleep, yeah. I mean, I definitely wasn't switched on for the game. Obviously. Got 2 players surfed instantly. Yeah, maybe I was like surprisingly half asleep. Like I didn't think I was, but yeah, maybe I just was. Two into one. It's the push. Oh god, assassin on the ball, let's go. Yeah, like this is really hard to stall out now, isn't it? Puts him in. Love to see it. Yeah, stabbing, yeah, maybe. Maybe go for the old stab. Yeah, like he was, I mean, this is an extremely compressed position, isn't it? He could run out the back here, probably, actually. Probably could. It's a bit risky and shit. Yeah, I feel like he compressed himself a bit too much. Yeah, what he should have. Yeah, he could have. Yes, that's true. That's the problem. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? It's interesting, all of the things that go into things. Oh my god, that's a 1D. I mean, it's a 2+, and he's got a reroll, but surely there was a better play than that. Surely. It's the assassin, terrified of the assassin. So you can get a turn of stall by the looks of this, eh? In fact, if he pows that lineman, he can completely wall off. Complete safe stall turn here. If he gets the pow. I mean, you can just dodge anyway, but it's harder, isn't it? I've never made a 3+ in my life. I think you have to block first, right? Because the block is 1 in 81 instead of 1 in 36. So you can still 3-2. And then just have a completely unbreakable cage. Which is funny, isn't it? If nothing else. If nothing else, it's funny. But it does leave you open to, like, I don't know, a double or triple surf. But hey. Yeah, maybe Reina. Maybe I should have gone the assassin. I don't know. We'll never know. There's lots of possible Dark Elf rosters, isn't there? But none of them like really screams something amazing. God. Maybe Steve, yeah. The problem now is if he tries to stall this turn, is getting surfed, isn't it? Like, so that formation worked really well for last turn, but we are looking at things getting surfed if big surfing potential if he tries to stall again. I don't think he can stall this. I think he's just. I think, you know, it's fair enough. Look, you've got 2 minutes. You can take your time to look at it. Maybe even use time bank, but he's over halfway through his time bank already. Dark Elves without runner aren't great at a 2-turn. So yeah, that's the problem, isn't it? It just seems like it's impossible to stall this with chains. Yeah. Well, the good thing is Super League is like 7 weeks, isn't it? So like 8 weeks to organise it. And then we've got so like 2 months of Super League, and then a month without Super League, and then 2 months with, and then 1 without, and then 2 months with. It's pretty good, isn't it? Works out quite well. And then the World Cup. So the month where there isn't Super League, it's like the end of Chalice. So it's like the round of 16, 8, 4 and 2. So that works out well with Chalice overlapping. Yeah, maybe considering hits, yeah. Yeah. Yep, you don't know, do you? I don't like that he spent 15 seconds of time bank on it, but Wenteros does go into his time bank a lot. Well, hey, hello, hold on. CBraws is a former winner of Super League, so, and also he has the Halfling Cheerleaders. But I tell you what, the colours of Wenteros much better. A very pretty Wenteros team. Hallo Ordont. Frohe Weihnachten. Don't do it. Oh, don't do it. Don't do it. Well, no, you can play Arena, right? Arena's quite okay. And you can play Ladder as well if you like, but it's not for me, Ladder. Not for me. Which means qualifying for Super League is going to be rather difficult for me. I need to tweak the rules so that I always get a spot. I think. I think I need to tweak the rules. So there's Jim plus 11 other people. Because there's a decent chance I don't qualify for it next season. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, well, there we go. Instant Kaz. The rules are in the Blood Bowl Super League tables. I should rename it like info. But it's in the BBSL tables. Spreadsheet link. Yeah, the tables link has how you can qualify. So you can't qualify for this one anymore, right? Like this year's, but you can qualify for next year's by winning Super League, by winning the World Championship, and by winning Chalice or Ladder. And then it's like, you know, World Championship performance, Chalice performance, Super League performance. But it's mostly Ladder and Chalice because, you know, you can't really have like the winner of Rebel or whatever, right? Oh, roll the 1. Doesn't snake. So you can pick it up with this one, give it to him, and he can get into range with it in a full cage. And then this guy can 3-2 through if he wants. I'll just base things. I did, yeah, Baron Bucky. Yeah, it wasn't clever, was it? It wasn't clever. If we get official tournaments, which is something that could happen, couldn't it? Because what's it called? Have them? Madden have them. I looked up. Madden just have like random tournaments, right? So if we could get like tournaments done, kind of like official tournaments rather than just community run ones, you know, like we've had the NAF ladder and we've had like the NAF kickoff and the NAF World Cup qualifier, right? We've had a few ones. Oh my god, I don't like getting punched by the tree. I guess it makes him occupied, but still. So you know, so if we had if we had like official qualifier, like official cups, then winners of official cups could be in, right? And then he can 3-2 this, can't he, to complete the cage. Pretty good. Do you use a reroll on the 3 here? Or can you just 2 plus it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No. Yeah, you can 2 plus it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 2. He can just stand there, can't he? So he's done a mistake here. Like, I understand why he did that, but he could have put it there. Well, actually, maybe that's not a mistake, because then maybe he can blitz. the dancer in then. So maybe this is just better anyway. Maybe that was too risky. But he could have done a 2-2 to get there. But I mean, my instinct was a 3-2 to get here. This is pretty strong, isn't it? Pretty good by CBraws. A very good 2-turn attempt. Lucky kick. But a very good 2-turn attempt. Exactly, Tsalakis, exactly. I don't want to have to enter all these, 100 tournaments like Davo did. Every league in Blood Bowl 3. But I might enter a few. I need to have a look. Maybe tomorrow I'll just sit down and have a look at every tournament. Because I've got to enter the NAF World Cup qualifier, right? The NAF World Cup qualifier's got 2 indirect tickets. Yeah, I could enter the one with 12-year-olds, yeah. Yeah, they've got an extra ticket now as well because Jay Leave made the round of 16. Or round of 32. We've got the leap strip. Gets the leap in. Gets the 1 dice full pow. Just think if he'd scored on turn 6 instead of turn 7, he might have counter scored. You could go what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's pretty rough, isn't it? You could go 1, 2, 3, 4, hand off to him, then he could go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Rush. And then these two come out and screen him. I don't know. Yeah, I've got no idea what's meant by each emote. Yeah, he leaped in. Yeah, he's got leap, hasn't he? Dancers. The old leap strip. So I think it's just going to be a 2, 3, 2, 2, and then run away. Imagine if he'd scored on turn 6, eh? That's what Dio always said. It's better to score on turn 6 and turn 7 with L's, and it sure looks it. Now, of course, maybe he wouldn't have had the same chance as he got here, but got to reroll that, obviously. You can even tag out the lineman as well, can't you? Oh, that's actually bad, right? He only went 1, 2, 3. There's no excuse for him not basing this lineman. That is like genuinely a mistake. Like it's not the end of the world, but it's just definitely wrong, isn't it? He could have been there, so he's screening with him, or he could have been there, but he should have just definitely been 1 more square. And he can blitz him, but then what does he do? I guess he can reach it, yeah. Is it about running all the way around? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, rush, and then he can push him back. Seems the best way, doesn't it? Do random block for damage and dub skull, classic. This has got to be a play, hasn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Rush, 1D. Or maybe now that he's used the reroll. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Rush. No, this is definitely wrong from CBraws. That was so definitely wrong. It was way better running around this way and then powering him up to here. Well, there we go. So a successful drive for Wenteros. It was dodgy, wasn't it? But he got it done. Used his app on the Assassin Kaz as well. We've also got the sneaky Anarian defense here. Sneaked in this guy behind the tree. Make sure if you're playing that you press Q and E to check behind big guys every now and then. So now CBraws can't even try to win basically, right? He's just got to go for the one. He's just got to play for the draw. Which is funny because if this was tabletop, he'd have to play for the win, wouldn't he? Because otherwise he can't win the tournament. Which kind of makes me think Wood Elves are just better than Dark Elves, even though Dark Elves have a higher win rate on tabletop and seem more solid and, you know, harder to get dice and everything. It just seems like, you know, being able to leap strip when something goes wrong is pretty good, isn't it? Glorious stabs. You horrible bastard, Rainer. Evil genius. If he fails this dodge, it's a disaster, isn't it? So yeah, he's got to go for the pickup first, and probably would have had to put in a reroll. Could tree blitz. But then you can just blitz into the tree, can't you, instead of tree blitzing. It's the more sensible thing to do. But, you know, I just want to see a tree blitz. I saw Will said I was streaming. I wondered if he was streaming this as well, but he isn't. He's just playing. CBraws are streaming this, of course. Check out CBraws if you haven't already. He's just blobbing up. Cheeky stab. Just instantly getting his tree knocked down was a weird decision, wasn't it? I don't like sacrificing a tree like that. It's like, yeah, you can say it's a twat magnet and stuff, but like when it's for free, you might as well, mightn't you? Can't really go wrong, and it can go right, because if he fails the stand up, then you can just walk away. Yeah, Anarian is the is the originator of the Anarian defense. Funnily enough, funnily enough, and there we go. The tree stays down. So now I guess you've really got to like make as strong a screen as you can, right, to pin him where he is, because you really don't want him just leaving the tree. Oh, dub scold. Oh, you quad scold. Rolls dub skulls, then stand up, one failure, and then uses a team reroll. And then rolls dub skulls. Why do they have this random dice roll in? That is one of the things that Art says, you know, makes him concerned about the RNG, because it's so weird, isn't it, they do that. And by the way, this is exactly what Wenteros had to not happen, right? Let him get away from the tree. And, you know, he didn't let it happen because he rolled quad skulls, but could have moved a player out to here first, you know, because quad skulls happen. And every time, you know, you roll dice, you could roll a quad skull. There's a random dice roll in between re-rolls, Bucky, right? He rolled dub skulls, then he did his stand-up, the tree stand-up turns up in the dice log. Then he uses his re-roll and rolls dub skulls again. But just that the one on the tree just randomly comes back in. Because look, that's when he did it. That's when it happened. And then it just comes back up again in the dice log. So that's one of the things that makes, you know, Artemis's insane tinfoil hat, flat Earth theories about the dice RNG, you know, makes you think that maybe it could be incorrect somehow. Something could be going wrong, like as in rerolls not working and stuff. But it was the same in Blood Bowl 2, right? Because if you rolled a 1 on the winnings and re-rolled it into a 1, it just didn't have an animation. So because that lack of animation just made it feel like it could be wrong, you know? And it just didn't re-roll. So like, it's just the way the game is, Raina. It's just the way the game is now. I mean, I'm obviously not going to I'm obviously not going to win over Artemis with, you know, either it's what's the word? Perception bias, which is something that happens to every human on Earth, or it's fake RNG, which doesn't happen on any other game. So, I mean, it's pretty obvious that the dice are completely fine, and the RNG is completely fine, and it is just perception bias. But it's you know, it could be, but it isn't, is it? This is a bad screen, isn't it? I always like that oh my god, he rerolled. No, he just, okay, it was the take root was a 1. I always like that there's a cartoon and oh, there we go. Yeah, he had to fill that in. That was a gaping hole. This is still quite gaping, right? You can 2+ people through if he wants. There's a thing, and it's like he goes to the RNG, and it's like a fucking demon or something, and it's just like going 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. And they're like, "Are you sure it's working? Are you sure it's working?" It's like, that's the thing about RNG, and it's true, isn't it? It's like, but yeah, I mean, there is a chance. There is a chance that something's wrong with it, not in the actual RNG, but like, you know, the PRNG that they use is obviously correct. But the fact that they have these like random ones turning up in the dice logs is just weird, isn't it? Is he going to full meat cube this and then get surfed somehow? That would be hilarious. I'm just going to H cage for the 6+ sleep in. And because, you know, the thing is with Art's all the dice are fake. It's always fake to, like, you know, benefit his opponents in some way. It's not fake as in there's too many ones for both sides. It's you know, back to him, back to powers, and all this kind of rubbish. It's not just like there's too many doubles, or, you know, rerolls don't work enough. It's just the insanity of the dice are somehow bad for me, as I win 85% of my games. And yet I'm diced in 100% of my games. I'm diced in 100% of my games, and I win 85% of them anyway. Yeah. Hello, Thurian. I mean, there's no argument. There's no argument. The argument is, yes, there could be something. There could be something like rerolls don't work enough, but then the thing is, if that was the case, nobody would even notice. Realistically, like, humans are just bad at like randomness and stuff. So like, people couldn't discern anything anyway. I love having these two guys through that CBraws got through there. That's nice, isn't it? Random rage generator, yeah. Yeah, I mean, apart from Rayner, there's nobody who's thinking they get too lucky, is there? Everybody thinks the RNG is broken and that they get unlucky. Yeah, maybe he thinks it's a nice little, it can be his USB. He complains about the dice ludicrously, but I mean, it really is ludicrous. This is no defense. I don't know what this is by Wenteros, but it ain't working, is it? It ain't working. Yeah, it's funny if you watch an Artemis stream with the sound off, and then you look up. If you were just listening, you'd think he was like losing 3 or 4-0, and then you look up and he's won 2-0, and he's made like 4 cars. Oh my god, it's very amusing. Yeah. But I mean, he is a lot better than everybody he's playing, right? Which does affect things a bit as well. But yeah, it does make me chuckle. Oh wow, he's going through. I'm surprised he bothered going through here, CBraws. I could see there being something wrong with rerolls, right? The fact that these random dice show up. It doesn't prove anything, right? But it proves that something's wrong with the dice log. Something is definitely wrong with the dice log. That's not up for debate because it just is. You can see it. That dodge was dodgy. So yeah, so there's like there is the possibility that if there's something wrong with the dice log, that there could be something wrong with the dice, right? But I don't think there is. I don't like this one, dude. Yes, yeah. Yeah, Brungino, he's not the most polite person. I don't know why it's come onto an art thing. I was just talking about dice, and then that naturally went on to arts. Conspiracy theories. Oh no, it's because of this. It was the random one, wasn't it? It was the random one that's showing this stand-up roll in between the re-roll. That's what caused it all. And then Art is Mr. Dice conspiracy theory lately, so that's why Art came up. But anyway, I don't wanna go on about Artemis. But yeah, he does go beyond not being polite, doesn't he? Sometimes. Yeah. I mean, I think his broken RNG thing is just weird and not true. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, Baron Booker. Yeah, he's funnily enough, despite the way he acts in game, and yeah, instead of sugarcoating things, acid coats them. But yeah. Does the leap? I mean, the 4+ leap was on. I didn't like that by CBraws. I liked staying where he was. I don't know why CBraws went forward, honestly. He skulls. Last reroll has to go in here. Gets the push, gets the strip. The thrower is here. Oh, it's in 3 tackle zones. So in that case, we just swarm the area. No, still going for the pass. Fails the pickup. I mean, the 5+ you just win, right? You don't have a reroll, but like you basically just win. 3, 4, 5, 6, lob it, and then you're away. So it probably was worth going for that still, wasn't it? Wrestle being rubbish. Classic rubbish wrestle. Really didn't like CBraws running forward there. Surely you just surf the strip dancer, right? And then worry about anything else afterwards. Just literally start your turn by surfing the dancer. Rubbish. Oh my god, Thulian, that's brilliant. Okay, I might change my team to rubbish. He's not surfing. He's not surfing the dancer. Not what I would have done. Who can say if it's good or bad? Like, he just had it there, didn't he? He had the assist. He could have just put it, like, this is the assist. Pushed it there, surf him. Fuck everything else. You've surfed his dance. You've surfed his stripper, right? That to me is the most important thing in the entire game. Wait, that wasn't a blitz. Is he blitzing the stripper? Is he scoring? One in 9? No. Like, he's probably just got to score now. Disaster here from CBraws. I mean, he's got no rerolls, Wenteros. So you could try to stall it, but it seems real bad, doesn't it? Maybe it isn't that bad. Like, if you score, you just lose 2-1 anyway, so... Maybe you still just stall, even though you can't stall. Even though you can't stall, maybe you still stall. Score means you could go for the win, that's a good point, yeah. That's a good point. shit, absolute couch. Yeah, fair enough, Frangino. Yeah, to be fair, I don't have that point of view with that, is it? Very rarely does he shit on me. Sometimes, you know, some of the Penguin academies he called me rubbish, but you know, I do try not to play rubbish. It is 2 for a win and 1 for a draw. Yes, Salakis, yeah. Honestly, if this is your plan, you absolutely 1,000,000% surf the stripper, right? Whether you plan to score or not, you just surf the stripper. You just surf the stripper there. You have to. I think. Nah, the thing is, Salakas, I like 2 for a win, and it's my league. So that's number 1. Number 2, the reason that 3 points for a win came in after 100 years of football was because of the television and all of the money coming in from television. So if, you know, Blood Bowl starts to be, you know, starts to get millions of pounds of sponsorship deals coming in, then we can have 3 points for a win. But until then, let's have 2 points for a win. I did draw my first match, yep. Three is better for TV because, yeah, they want to go for wins because, you know, if you win one and lose one, it's better than drawing 2, right? So you're encouraged to push for a win. That's the idea. It doesn't have much in football, but with Blood Bowl, it's like Blood Bowls. It's hard to go for wins, right? With certain teams, so it affects things a lot in Blood Bowl, I think. Okay, well, free surf. I don't know where he can stand. There. Yeah. But I mean, he can still just get surfed. And should get surfed. No, the bug. Yeah, like... Oh my god, can he surf both dancers? Oh my god, he can surf both dancers. Oh, boo! Look at that, he could have taken the push, right, and then pushed it there, and then he could have filled that in, and he could have run round here and blitzed that and served both dancers. Could you imagine? Oh my god. Oh my god. And like, he could do it pretty easily as well, right? Like, pretty easily. He had the witch elf around here. It wasn't crazy at all. That would have been incredible. Now he's just going to serve this one. Yeah, and then he can cage over. He can cage around here as well. He can cage here so that the stripper can't get him. You can just stand there. Oh god. Terrible square stand. Literally in range of the stripper. He was here, wasn't he? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, he could have been there, right? And then this one up. I think you've got to just get away from the stripper. Like, it's still low odds that the stripper does something, right? He's got to, like, what, 3, 4, 2, 4, 1, 2, 2. Like, so it's still hard. But, like, it's still a fucking stripper, isn't it? It's still not ridiculous that he just rolls a million dice and gets you. Might leap in there as well. Mistakes do happen, yep. Yep, glorious halfling cheerleaders. Yeah, so it's weird, like... the thing is, with Blood Bowl, right, only certain teams can even try for a win, right? That's number one. So you can argue that having 3 points for a win is good because it encourages stuff like Wood Elves rather than Orcs.
And I will defend. I will defend.
Thank you very much, Randy Tanner, staying fantastic for 33 glorious months. Oh yeah. But like, only certain teams can even try to go for wins in Blood Bowl. Yep, so we're going to go for the strip here. You could just leap there, then that'd be like a 3-2. And then 4 into there. Glorious running goblin, yeah. So this would be a 3-4-2. So I feel like just leaping here is probably better. And then that gives you the 4+ dodge in there. Yep. And it gives you dodge for this blitz. Ah, he doesn't get the push. He also doesn't have a reroll for the 1 turn. Can he 3 dice here? Yes, he can. So, I think that was a mistake by CBraws. I think the better play was to 3 dice the catcher and then chain him out with a catcher and like mess around with blitzing the catcher with you know, on 3 dice. Yeah, Wenteros is not the quickest player in the world. Toxic touchdown dance. It's not toxic at all, but for some reason Elliot hates it. So there you go, 1-1 draw. 2 1-1 draws so far. Though there might be a riot or a one-turn touchdown. We shall see. Yeah, 1 second at a time, thank you. Yeah. Yeah, I forgot from the World Cup. Yeah, Wenteros. I think he had some. I don't. So he also was. So it seemed to be suffering from some lag in one game. So I don't know if it's, you know, if it's a combination of slow play and lag, or if it's just lag, or if it's just slow play. Honestly, should ask him. I could ask him, couldn't I? He's in Super League. I could just ask him. There's an idea. Yeah, it's going to be very, very tricky. But, you know, still possible, isn't it? Almost certainly not going to be optimal. He doesn't have sidestep either. So the frenzy is not so useful on the one turn without sidestep. No, Vivian, like just wondering. Are you fucking slow? Or is it lag and stuff? I think the Orc box does come with two blitzers and 2 throwers, yeah. Not what I would have done. That is a scam, yeah. Yeah, the booster pack coming with an extra throw is hilarious, yeah. Well, he hasn't got long to set this up and execute it. But it's possible. I don't like how he's done it, but I guess it's still possible. You push him into there, and then one there, then there, and then the tree hits him to there. So yeah, it's still possible. I don't think it's perfect, but you know, there's a bit of pressure in Super League now, isn't there? With it being for a World Cup direct ticket, it's not just a mess around like it was the last couple of seasons where I did rubbish. I do feel like, you know, maybe I would have played a little bit better if it meant something. I like to think I'd play better if it meant something. Yes, or handoff even. Very sunny. It just got changed from kick off it. He's got the ball. So you can push him twice to there. With Frenzy. The Frenzy should have been here, right? The Frenzy should have been here. Because he could have pushed him there and then pushed him there, and then the frenzy could have like pushed twice here and stuff. So like the frenzy would have been better where the catcher is. So he's using dodge to get there. Yep. That's correct. Gets the push, no rerolls. This is world-class dice rolling here from Wenteros. And into the 3D. And he gets another one. And he gets a 3D from the tree. And he just gets the POW. And here we are with no rerolls. He's on a 3-2, 2-2 to score. Instantly pop dodge. He's got 2-2 pluses. He's done it. Wow. He did it with 0 time left on the clock with 1 second of time bank left. A perfectly cromulent amount of time. Wow. And of course, the game doesn't take us to the post-screen thing. Hopefully that will get fixed soon. I would have really liked that to have got fixed for the World Cup. I did mention it at some time, didn't I, on stream? It's so annoying that it doesn't take you to the post-match screen after it ends. Incredible one turn, yeah, considering the time. And pressure, right? There is pressure again in Super League, right? You can't underestimate that. Lots of people buckled under the pressure in the World Cup. And there's a bit of pressure in this now because, you know, there's a direct World Cup ticket on the line, which is very, very good, honestly. There's 32 direct tickets and there's 64 play-in tickets. And then only half of the 32... Like only half of the 64 play-ins will get in, right? So, and then it's also going to be seeded, so that there'll be 2 direct ticket people in each group, and then there will be 2 play-in people in each group. So it's really good to get a direct ticket. I mean, obviously, I know that's like Captain Obvious, but it really is really good to get a direct ticket. So, and this is a direct ticket, so the prize is very good. So there will definitely be a certain amount of pressure, and there was the time pressure, there was that, and that was really good. It wasn't. I don't think it was perfect, but it was. Maybe actually. So I would have blocked with the other guy, and he dodged with him. So actually, maybe using the frenzy there might actually been better. So you know, maybe it was perfect, but yeah, well done, Wenteros. Commiserations, CBraws. It's funny, you know, because I feel like it's a decent matchup for Dark Elves, that one. But I didn't, you know, when I was talking about all the World Cup, I didn't really fancy myself to beat the Wood Elves because I thought they've got a 1-turn and I don't. And that proved to be the difference on this occasion. Now, of course, it's a sample size of 1. But it is interesting that Wood Elves do get a 1-turn and Dark Elves don't. And that difference alone is pretty significant, isn't it? But yeah. Ah, yeah, through from the wrong square. There you go then. But yeah, I think it's better for Wood Elves, yeah. But I mean, I don't think it's better for Dark Elves, but I think it's a fine matchup for Dark Elves. I think you've got things you can use to give yourself an advantage, unlike a lot of other teams, right? A lot of other teams, it seems pretty grim, but I don't think it's as grim for Dark Elves. But yeah, I still think it favours Wood Elves, and I think the 1-turn only adds to that, doesn't it? But there you go. Yeah, congratulations, Wenteros. Opens the season with a win, and yeah, CBraws with a loss. There you go. I don't know what I can say. Congratulations, Wenteros. Commiserations, CBraws. Thanks for watching, everybody. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and stay fantastic.